Good morning and welcome. I'm going to take just a moment to put on my translation device and introduce my distinguished panel. We're going to continue our conversation right now of 5G through the prism of what the cloud means to 5G. And I'll start by introducing closest to me, Shuo Li, Deputy General Manager of the AI Cloud Group and Head of AI to Business for Baidu. Welcome, sir. Enita Pu, a partner with Sequoia Capital China. And lastly, Zhang Xia, Principal Enterprise Strategic Evangelist for Amazon Web Services. All three based in Beijing in China. Welcome to all of you.
Thank you.
Dr. Zhang, I'd like to start with you. Would you tell us briefly your thoughts on how web services, the cloud, and 5G interact from Amazon's perspective, please?
Okay. Good morning. Actually, I believe cloud will play a very important role to support 5G. It comes out in a couple of different ways. First, we know actually in the era of 5G, and we know the bandwidth, the speed, the cheaper cost, the more connection, there are many elements. But the more important thing is actually go beyond the simple communication technology. 5G actually will integrate like a big data, data analytics type of technology, the AI machine learning, as well as Internet of Things. And to make a mobile cloud computing environment for smart device, all connecting, worldwide Internet of Things. So that's where it will play a lot of roles. And then for us, we are preparing for this world for quite some time. And we have things like in the AI area, in the big data area, and particularly in the area of Internet of Things. We have AWS IoT Core as well as IoT Greengrass, which is supporting edge computing. So in the area of 5G, those telecom players, they will do a couple of things. They will try to have better network technology, and then the cloud will support the so-called network function virtualization, NFV technology. And then one big area is getting all the devices connected together in a smart Internet of Things world. And by that, you probably already heard people talking about mobile edge computing, MEC. So that's where actually the cloud edge computing stuff, like what we've been doing, the Greengrass, and we also have AWS Greengrass for machine learning inference at the edge. So all those technology will support the edge computing world. And then we also expect, in addition to those, eventually all the enterprise players, they will take advantage of the new 5G era of IT technology and to reinvent and build a new business model and try to create more value. And then all our computing services, infrastructures, including our new service called AWS Outpost, which will support more computing on-premise, on the edge, and all those prepare the world for much better 5G era information technology.
Very good. Thank you, sir. Mr. Li, you're with Baidu. Start by telling everyone, if you would, Baidu's strategy on the cloud. And in English, you use an expression ABC. Tell everybody what that is, if you would.
Okay. 我讲中文更精确地表达我想表达的。
Please allow me to shift to Chinese to make myself understood. Over the years in AI, Baidu has been a leader in the Chinese industry. With the arrival of the 5G industry, various Chinese industries have begun to go digital. In the eras of 3G and 4G, the digital process in China was restrained by the bandwidth of the communication system. Now, with the arrival of the 5G, the process will be accelerated by 10 times, even of even 100 times. So we have the ABCX strategy. By A, it means that we will see in the digital era it will be more improvement in efficiency and the productivity. So with the 5G technology, we believe that artificial intelligence will revolutionize the industries. So big data, cloud computing, and artificial intelligence will be the ABCs to be offered as solutions to our partners. That is a roadmap we will follow. Thank you.
There are several large cloud players in China, including Alibaba and Tencent. I think Baidu has a newer cloud business than the others. How do you describe how Baidu is different in China?
Thank you. In China, the China market is large enough to accommodate a number of cloud service providers, and there are a variety of application scenarios for cloud. So I think every player in this market can find its place in the market. Baidu started with a search engine, so we have our AI technology will be given into fuller play in the new era. So with the application of AI, we have the ABCX strategy. We hope that in this new era, we can find our a market unique for us. Thank you.
Enita, I'm going to call you Ms. Pu, if that's okay, to stick with courtesy titles for everybody on our panel. So you're a partner with Sequoia in China, Sequoia obviously being one of the most prestigious venture capital firms in the United States. You've also worked in media for Sony Pictures. Tell us your investment thesis around the cloud and how you're thinking about it and what you've already done, if you would.
Okay. We clearly say we are at the pivot point of Internet of Everything with 5G enabling a hassle-free IT infrastructure. So at the very first time, cloud, AI, and edge computing can tie together closely. For us, this is not an either-or proposition. So the more integrated the cloud, AI, and edge computing together, the more intelligent and fully connected society we could achieve in the future. So we see in a post-cloud world, it will involve billions of connected devices. They can process and act on the data at the edge of a network in real time. So for us, we see a lot of industries and subsectors will be revamped by the new digital transformation.
Excuse me for interrupting you. You said in the post-cloud world. What do you mean by that?
Because this is also an argument that the 5G will eventually kill cloud. Because the 5G moving, the compute, this is an argument, but it's not our opinion. So because 5G moving the computing power to the data sources, so the conventional data storage and transmission on cloud seems no longer necessary. But one major limitation of the edge devices is they only process and accumulate data, the local data. So it makes them difficult to do the big data analysis from a full big picture perspective. So from this respect, we still think cloud computing and storage will play a primary role in terms of managing IoT things and also large-scale data sets.
Now, forgive me for interrupting you. I'm going to come back. I want to hear about an investment that you've made, but first I want to ask Mr. Li, should we be talking about a post-cloud world, or are we not ready for that?
我觉得在中国的产业化。
Thank you. In China's industrialization process, an important feature is that the application of information technology, artificial intelligence, actually, and the 5G are moving hand in hand. So I will not say post-cloud era, and cloud can be found everywhere, and smart computing can be found everywhere. So the Internet of Things. So a number of these kind of technologies will coexist, so that different technologies will enable the connection of different things in an easier way.
So it's fair to say it should be called cloud anywhere.
Continue where you left off. How will this affect your investing?
I have to redefine the post-cloud. I use this term just to describe the cloud computing and the storage technology after 5G technology. It doesn't mean cloud has been obsolete by 5G technology.
Thank you for clarifying.
I have to clarify this. So from our investment thesis perspective, as I mentioned, the 5G technology plus cloud technology are revamping a lot of vertical industries. So for example, like online education, we will see more immersive and breakthrough experience from the VR classes. And for the healthcare industry, we will see more cloud-based intelligent R&D process. And probably in the near future, we'll see robotics, surgeries, diagnosis, and also remote surgeries from thousands of miles away. One 5G technology fully deployed in the future. There's a good example of our portfolio. It's called Jiangxin Intelligent. This company is reinventing the industry approach to do new drug R&D by its computation-driven AI technology and also the quantum physics. This company is collaborating with Pfizer to develop an AI-powered molecular modeling for new drug discovery, and also it's partnering with AWS for tapping into its high-performance computing, cloud computing. Yeah.
So interesting. And so I think of Sequoia in the past has been very focused on consumer technology, consumer applications. But you're saying now you view 5G and cloud very much as consumer and enterprise, yes?
Actually, we both the consumer internet and the enterprise services are both our investment. Our investment focuses. If you look at our portfolio of Sequoia US, almost half of our portfolios actually are in the enterprise sector.
Very good. Yeah. Dr. Zhang, I read recently that we assume that the whole business world is in the cloud, but that actually the number is smaller, that most businesses are not. I asked you about this earlier, and you said it depends how you define that. Would you explain that, please?
Sure. So when you talk about for enterprise, whether or not you put your IT on the cloud, there are different ways to define it. Sometimes it's defined by the IT budget, how many budget you spend on cloud-related service, IaaS, PaaS, those stuff. And sometimes, like Office and a lot of softwares, they are also using cloud-based solutions. So generally speaking, I think worldwide, I can give you some rough numbers. I think about half of the enterprise in a more developed world, they are more or less using cloud for some significant business. And here in Greater China, I think we have probably somewhere around 20–30%, which already put some significant IT applications on the cloud. But that number is rapidly growing, and that's why some people said actually this year may be a pivotal year for this market, and we will see more enterprise to go to cloud. And usually when they do that, they try for different purpose. Like for our global customers, For example, half of top 2,000 global customers, half of them, about 1,000, they come to China, they use AWS services here, and they try to do business in China. And then we see all our top domestic companies, they try to go global. And then usually AWS is their first or predominant choice to using the service to expand their IT worldwide.
Very, very good. So you explained, I think, something else I was interested in, which is AWS is the market leader in the United States. It is not the market leader in China, but your approach in China is a global, these customers are global, doing business in China and everywhere else in the world. Mm-hmm. And Mr. Li, Baidu's cloud business is growing very quickly. It's relatively young. 2015 it began. Why is it growing so quickly now? If you could explain that, please.
As I mentioned a few moments ago, the industrialization and AI is growing in parallel in China. One, Baidu is promoting our AI plus cloud computing. This is the exact strategy. All industry sectors now is embracing the AI and the cloud computing and the smart business. We see huge potential market. And through AI and industrial sector combination, our Baidu is moving very rapidly. Traditional manufacturing industry is labor intensive, but if we can add computer, IT, and VR in the QA job, like quality assurance job, machine can replace a larger amount of long hours human inputs. And these would elevate even the quality of the products and also improve the profit margin. So this is the advantages and opportunities caused by the AI and the intelligence, and we receive many new orders from our customers.
Sure, I heard you correctly. VR for quality assurances is one application of cloud computing over 5G.
在这个大的结合场。
Yes, for the different technologies combination, we use video camera plus the 5G in the production line. We can retrofit the production line because this would not modify the production line very dramatically.
For one question, if anybody in the room would like to ask anyone up on the panel a question. Do I see a hand? If not, okay. We've been, Ms. Pu, I want to ask you, we've been very focused on a lot of very serious applications, telecom, healthcare, quality assurance in the enterprise. How should we be thinking about how the business of entertainment will be affected by the cloud and 5G? And is this something you're looking at professionally?
Yeah, it's very straightforward. Thanks to the low latency and the high speed of 5G technology, I think the live streaming experience will be much improved. And also we will see a huge growth in the mixed reality market, especially the mobile mixed reality will be the 6th time the market size today in the next few years.
Mixed reality.
Yeah, mixed reality.
So VR plus AR.
Yeah.
Is there already a company that you've invested in that is an example of entertainment applications?
We are actively looking at the opportunities, and in a couple of years ago, but the technology backdrop has been changed. But now we are still looking for the potential investment targets, and I also want to add that we also made investments in autonomous driving area, like Baidu did, in both passenger in car and truck fields, Pony AI and Plus AI. They are two very promising portfolios for our investment. Yeah.
Dr. Zhang, would you like to address the issue of fun and entertainment?
Sure. Actually, AWS plays very important role in the media and entertainment industry. You know, like Netflix, Hulu, a lot of those are our global customers. And in China, like Oriental Pearl Group and like Mongol TV, you know, there are many of those media companies. But I think a more interesting story is probably about TikTok. Everybody knows that's quite a phenomenon in the US, but probably people may not know. Actually, a lot of their technology is from a company called Musical.ly, musical.ly, and which is one of our AWS key players in this market. The company was created in Shanghai and become a key player with all those technologies, the short video as a social media event in the US. And later they were acquired by Baidu and become a TikTok. And also similarly, we are also supporting a lot of new 5G customers. We have a company like Too Simple and another new startup company called Momentum. Both are very creative and using cloud 5G technology combination to prepare for the smart communication era for the autonomous driving.
And just say the name one more time of that the Shanghai company that grew into the TikTok.
Musical.ly.
And
Musically.
Oh, Musical.ly, of course. And the AWS connection is that they ran on AWS.
Yeah, they are a startup founded in Shanghai, and right from the beginning, AWS is their key technology to be used to build their technology platform.
I see.
And thank you for the reminder. How could I forget our portfolio, Total, that TikTok is one of its product lines, and also iQIYI. I think both media and you can consider they're both media and technology companies will definitely benefit from the 5G and the cloud computing.
I want to thank all three of you for helping to make a very stimulating and interesting conversation. Thank you.